In the quiet suburban darkness of Fresno, California in 2007, a homeowner's security camera captured something that challenged the very definitions of biology. Moving across the front lawn was a pair of glowing white stick-like legs with no torso, no arms, and a small, pointed head perched directly atop the pelvis. This spooky entity, now known as the Fresno Nightcrawler, walked with a strange, stilted grace that defied the laws of anatomy. The original footage was grainy and heavy with shadows, but the movement was unmistakable. The creature moved with a bobbing motion, its long, spindly legs bending in ways that suggested a lack of a solid skeletal structure. It looked like a pair of walking overalls or ethereal pants. The homeowner, an elderly man named Jose, was so terrified by the footage that he sought help from local paranormal researchers. Skeptics immediately claimed the video was a hoax involving a puppet on a string or a small child in a costume. However, video forensic experts who analyzed the footage noted the fluidity of the movement. There were no visible wires, and the creature's stride was too long and too elastic for a human child. The Nightcrawler seemed to be a high-strangeness entity that was lighter than air. The mystery turned global in 2011 when a second, high-quality video emerged from Yosemite National Park over 60 miles from Fresno. 2 security cameras captured not one, but 2 Nightcrawlers, one significantly larger than the other, walking down a wooded hillside. They moved with the same jerky, unearthly rhythm, appearing as translucent white shapes against the heavy dark of the forest. In the Yosemite footage, the smaller Nightcrawler appeared to be following the larger one, suggesting a family or a social structure. They moved in perfect synchronization, their long legs stretching and contracting like rubber bands. The spooky part was their interdimensional quality. They seemed to be flickering in and out of the camera's frame as if they were projected into our reality. Local Native American legends from the Yokuts tribe speak of forest protectors that match the description of the Nightcrawler. They describe small white beings with long legs that live in the marshes and woods, acting as sentinels between the human world and the spirit world. To the tribes, the Nightcrawler isn't a monster but a heavy spirit that has lived in California long before the cities were built. The Nightcrawler's anatomy is its most spooky feature. It has no visible eyes, mouth, or sensory organs. It seems to feel its way through the environment. Some researchers believe they are extraterrestrial biological entities, EBEs designed for high-gravity environments, where long legs and a low center of gravity would be an advantage. They are the evolutionary oddities of the cosmos. Another dark theory suggests they are cryptids of the digital age, creatures that can only be seen through the lens of a camera. This would explain why there are thousands of hours of security footage but almost no eyewitness accounts of people seeing them with the naked eye. They exist on a frequency that digital sensors can catch, but human retinas cannot. They are optical phantoms. The heavy air of the Central Valley, often thick with fog and agricultural dust, provides a perfect curtain for these beings. Some believe the Nightcrawlers are atmospheric jellyfish that have descended from the upper atmosphere to feed on the organic energy of the valley. Their legs might actually be tentacles used for walking on the solid ground of our world. In 2014, a Nightcrawler was reportedly seen in a backyard in Poland, suggesting the phenomenon is international. The spooky consistency of the shape 2 legs and a head across different continents points to a real species rather than a localized hoax. It is a universal mystery, a creature that represents the minimum requirement for life, a way to move and a way to perceive. The Nightcrawler has become a cult icon in the paranormal community. Unlike the violent skunk ape or the Jersey Devil, the Nightcrawler is seen as peaceful and aloof. It doesn't attack, it simply walks. This lack of malice makes it even more spooky in its indifference to humanity. It is a traveler that is just passing through our lawns on its way to somewhere else. Is it a prop? Some hobbyists have tried to recreate the Nightcrawler using PVC pipes and white cloth. While they can mimic the shape, they cannot replicate the organic and elastic movement seen in the original videos. The real Nightcrawler has a weightlessness that physics cannot easily explain. It is a mystery of motion and matter, a ghostly gymnast of the night. The Yosemite footage was analyzed by the show Fact or Faked Paranormal Files. They attempted to debunk the video using various practical effects, but they were unable to achieve a match. The Nightcrawler remained unexplained. The heavy realization was that for a few seconds on a Yosemite hillside, something truly alien was caught on tape, and we have no name for it. The Nightcrawler represents the simplicity of the supernatural. It doesn't need wings or claws to be spooky, it just needs to be. It is a story of white legs and security cameras, a puzzle that proves that our surveillance state is capturing more than just burglars. The Fresno Nightcrawler is the new myth of the 21st century, born in the pixels of a digital eye. As you look at your own security camera feed tonight, watch for white shapes in the corners. If you see a pair of walking pants moving across your driveway, don't be afraid. The Nightcrawler is a heavy reminder that the world is wider than our science. It is a spooky sentinel, a mystery that proves that even in a paved world, the wild spirits are still walking among us.